Podcast Bites.
Welcome to the ATP Project. You're with your hosts, Steve and Jeff. G'day, mate. Colloidal silver, which is a personal favourite of mine, and I think so fantastic.
Yeah.
And definitely people should be looking at nature's alternatives to some of these things. And as I said before, I know that when the Bali bombing happened, where all the Australians were killed in that nightclub, they had too many dead they were overwhelming the morgues. So what they did is they actually put a fine mist spray of colloidal silver over the bodies to stop them from decomposing because they couldn't put them into refrigeration. So and that actually did help to preserve and stop the spread of infection. So we know that these things are viable to a point.
They are. And just starting, we'll go on colloidal silver. There is lots of evidence, and I've got 4 scientific papers here on colloidal silver showing that they work against the Enterococcus facilis, which is the vancomycin-resistant enterobe.
Well, this is really
Kills
cool.
it.
Okay, so vancomycin, the former darling of superpower of the West pharmaceutical medicine, which used to do a job, but now has become no longer an A-bomb, but probably more like a firecracker. Anyway,
it's not
versus colloidal silver, which has been used for centuries.
Yeah, it has been.
Well,
virtually
millennia.
Yeah, millennia. And the beautiful thing about colloidal silver is there's no resistance to it.
Yep.
And simply because it works differently.
Now, my understanding is that it removes the oxygen source. And
that's pretty much
iron?
It. Yeah, it binds up the iron.
Yep.
And it also removes its aerobic and anaerobic capacity. It stuffs up the mitochondria, basically, of the bacteria.
Yep.
And it kills viruses too.
Yep.
So basically, it stuffs up their metabolism. So it works completely different to an antibiotic.
Yep.
So basically, if you stuff up the metabolism of a bug, it won't survive.
Right.
An antibiotic, it can kind of, metabolize and, change and get these different things. And but these things, it can't really get resistant to that. Now, forever? Don't know, but that's what the current evidence says. And it works very well with zinc as well as a good combination.
Why with zinc, Steve?
Well, zinc works in another way because zinc has a great way of boosting the immune system, particularly interleukin-2.
Yeah. I think the studies were suggesting was a 500% increase in the what are the little generals that tell everybody to...
T helper cells?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the generals.
Yeah.
And basically T helper 1 secretes interleukin-2, which basically activates the macrophages and those sorts of things and the natural killer cells, which kill things.
So the combination of zinc to kill and silver to kill. And zinc to boost your immune system.
And that's...
Because you mentioned vitamin C before, and I was going to laugh because I said we know that a lot of people, and this is what annoys me as well too, when they've got a cold, they reach for vitamin C. And I think, Matt, I don't know, it might have been before you came on board, Steve, but the increase in the immune system and the duration of the cold was approximately about an hour. Like the impact of vitamin C on the immune system was extremely, extremely low. Now, obviously, if you're deficient in vitamin C, that's one thing, but to boost vitamin C above the RDI, which is tiny amounts,
60 milligrams.
virtually had no effect whatsoever.
Very little.
If you're getting sick, don't reach for vitamin C. Go get some quality zinc.
Absolutely. Now, the zinc is great because there's 2 ways that nature can kill bugs. Firstly, it's like the silver, which is just going out and killing it.
Smashing it.
Or
exogenously, right?
Exactly.
Yep.
Or there's ways that I like, which is boosting our own immune system, because the difference between our immune system is it can adapt to the bug. It can change. It can release different antibodies, different this sort of thing, and it can adapt to the bug. And that's where you get these things called dendritic cells or antigen.
Dendritic cells. That's what I was thinking of. Sorry.
Yeah, dendritic cells or antigen-presenting cells basically engulf the particular bacteria, in this case, and it presents an antigen, and it says to the immune system, hey guys, this is the thing we're after. And so the immune system says, that's what it is. Great. And it carries on and kills that particular thing. And that's how specific it is.
And when you're feeling crappy, is that the interleukin? What is it that makes you feel really like...
Gamma interferon.
Right. So this is part of the thing. You might start taking zinc. You might start getting a sore throat or a flu or what have you. The healing process comes with you feeling like crap, which I think is also designed to slow you down a little bit.
It is.
Typically, you don't feel as hungry as well too. And again, that's also shown, especially, moderate fasting to be powerful for, healing lots of stuff as well too. So It happens to happen for a reason.
It does.
The whole thing about, again, you've got a fever. Oh, quick, let's take some Panadol so I don't get a fever. Well, the fever's there to actually raise the body's temperature so that it can actually help kill off the bug.
Yeah.
We've got so soft in terms of, any sort of pain, any sort of, snotty nose. Okay, that snotty nose is actually, quick, let's take some antihistamines to stop the nose from running. It's like, well, it's running to actually flush out the bugs, you idiot. Like, we're so concerned, we have to go into work. No, bloody stay home so firstly you don't spread it. Take the time to rest and recover. Bump up your zinc, get snotty, feel a bit crappy, have some chicken soup and watch some comedies.
Yep.
That's what I'd recommend because, a good, healthy, strong immune system doesn't mean you're never going to get sick, but hopefully you're not going to get as sick as often and the duration of it is going to be less.
Absolutely, because you got to remember that the immune system can adapt. Antibiotics can't.
Yep.
Unless they're in a lab, you change molecule, whatever. But the immune system adapts. So the immune system can kill all these really nasty bugs. They can. They just have to adapt to find out which way to do it. And
imagine if, Steve, we created let's call it Evil Corp, right? Like, it sounds got a nice ring to it, right? So
sounds good.
We're Evil Corp. And what we want to do is we want to provide a quick fix for people that kill off any of the bugs, but also actually weaken their immune system over time. And then those compounds become less effective over time, so we've got to develop new ones that they've got to pay us for. It's kind of like, I don't know, perpetual...
You're describing an industry that's going on this very day. It started in 1928.
Look, and I was saying it tongue-in-cheek because, look, there are some amazing breakthroughs that are happening in Western medicine. But look, there is a great deal of Western medicine that I don't like because they're not addressing the root cause. They're looking for a temporary, and I think a lot of them know it, but they refuse to acknowledge in many ways, and this is what makes me upset. A lot of doctors and a lot of scientists are now starting to recognise in nature there's some answers, which is great. What concerns me is when they try and find the answer in nature and then go, but we can't own that, so we've got to make it into a chemical, which then, again, always has a natural trade-off, because then we can make billions out of it. And this is the thing with these groups out there which are effectively rubbishing, natural medicine, and that it's all, what is it? Quackery and all the rest of it, Steve. There's one such organisation that you said, you jumped onto their webpage to look at colloidal silver.
Quackwatch, and they said that silver has got no scientific studies.
And yet you've pulled up 4 right then and there.
Well, yeah, and this is, I don't know, this is 2018 study. This was a 2016 study, a big review on the mechanistic basis of antimicrobial actions of silver nanoparticles.
But it's funny, though, because parts of industry are starting to use it. I mean, I know that some sportswear are actually weaving silver thread into theirs to actually help to combat odour. I know that some fridges are starting to put it into some of their linings as well too, to obviously help to naturally combat odours and smells.
It's incredibly effective and cheap. Very cheap.
Let's talk about the trade-off there, because there's always trade-offs, right?
There is a trade-off. If you swallow silver, a lot of it, and you keep doing it for months, if not years, the half-life of silver in the body is about a month. It varies on the people. But if you drink it and keep going, and you haven't got an infection, just keep drinking it, you can turn a little bit bluish. Yeah.
Well, there's the guy, and if you Google it, what's the syndrome called, Steve?
Aguara. Agrum is the Latin for silver.
Yeah.
Ag, if you look up on the periodic table, Ag is silver.
Yeah.
And aurum is gold. That's where I came up with the name aurum oil. Stupid chemistry name.
Great name.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was being such a nerd.
Well, that's why we used it.
Oh, okay.
I think you and Matt are the only people that have named products outside of. I've named everything else, right?
It's just,
but no, when I heard that name, I'm like, that's actually smart.
I can't believe that stuck. But anyway, just a chemistry nerd. Au is gold, 79 on the periodic table if you want to look it up. But Ag is silver. So Aguarum is when your skin turns like a bluish grey. And just Google Smurf Man.
There is a guy, and he's famous.
There is a guy.
I mean, he looks absolutely ridiculous.
I think he died at 92 of a heart attack.
Oh, that guy died now?
I think he's dead now.
Oh, okay.
He died of a heart attack. It was unrelated to his silver toxicity because he just kept drinking it for ages. And why? Because he felt great, and he had terrible arthritis. And his arthritis was in his joints. Now, I don't know which arthritis he had, but it sounded a bit like my one. I had AS. And if you drink silver's 99% not absorbed in the human body, 1% is. And so it probably, and I'm just making this up, this is how it probably helped him, probably killed the bug in his gut that was causing his arthritis. And that's how it cleared up his arthritis.
Cattle, motherfucker.